Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. I'm Goosexi, and today we'll be landing yet another piece for our fuel base. So I've been working tirelessly. I guess not tirelessly, but hey, I've been trying to do my best as far as getting these episodes out. Last couple days have been a little shoddy. I just haven't had a lot of time, and I was basically out till all the hours in the night. And doing a lot of things I really either didn't want to do or, what have you. I don't know. Put it this way. I didn't have enough time. And, I'm going to try to make things a little bit better, but when you don't even have time to render videos, it's kind of hard to upload a video. So, I'm going to try to work on that a little bit and see if we can get back to a normal schedule. Right now it's Sunday, so I am kind of recording a little bit ahead of time. Hopefully we can kind of mend things here a little bit and, get back on a normal schedule again. It shouldn't be too bad to do. So today we'll be landing these massive RCS tanks onto the surface, and as well as the xenon tanks, which I just happened to find out you can't actually create xenon. I did not know that. I thought that the refinery base would be able to produce xenon in order to fill these tanks, but I'm not really that upset about it. I will be able to just get some here. I mean, it is literally the lightest fuel in the game, so I could easily make like a big xenon storage area or something like that. It really wouldn't, I don't think it's really going to disrupt anything overall, so I'm not that mad. And also the design really doesn't change much. So I mean, all it was is basically just something getting overlooked slightly, so it is not that terrible. Let's see, let's get this a little bit more lined up, and then we'll start doing our burn. So no xenon on the surface. Apparently you cannot create xenon in any kind of way other than, I thought this was basically the new, fuel creation kind of thing. You could create any kind of fuel, just kind of like the Kethane, where you could just make whatever it is that you needed in order to keep your guys alive. I mean, what would be even better is if they had a mod where, you pretty much could, make the air and all that other stuff. I'm surprised that hasn't gotten added into the game as of yet, but we can always remain hopeful for the future. I do know that they have like some kind of consumables or something like that, or that you can kill your Kerbals if you don't you just decide, hey, you are not going to have any power for a very long time or something like that. I guess under the realism settings, that's a part of it, I think. And I don't want to. I usually end up talking out of my ass when it comes to certain things because I'm not entirely sure. I don't do a ton of research into this game sometimes, so I end up biting myself, or building a base and then not realizing, or then realizing that I can't do something with it. So it's not that big of a deal. So let's get ourselves slowed down a little bit before we become a pancake on the surface here. So we have a massive RCS storage on this base here, and that's going to be just kind of the first major addition. Then after that, we are going to go for the fuel tanks. These will actually be able to stabilize the base when we get the fuel tanks on there, because the fuel tanks themselves are absolutely massive. And you'll see later on that it makes a lot of sense that I'm doing it this way. These will help stabilize a lot of the base, as it really is not going to be very stable without these. Let's see here. We're getting a bit closer. I don't want to be a pancake now, but we can bounce off the surface. That's the best part about Minmus, is that you can get really close. You can literally smash into the surface of Minmus going like 10 meters a second. As long as you got like decent legs on your lander or what have you, you will pretty much be fine, I find most of the times. So once we get on the surface here, I'm going to speed things up in order to get this all set up, and I'll definitely see you after that, and we'll kind of go over the base a little bit more as to what is going to go where, or kind of how it's going to get set up. But I also did finish the plans on the refinery as well, and that is complete. All we need to do is get it to the surface, so that will be quite interesting. So anyways, guys, I will see you once I get this all set up. Okay, and we're back. Looking amazing. So it did take a little bit of time, and I also wanted to mention too that after I kind of started setting everything up, I realized that I do have a slight redesign for all of this, and I might end up actually changing everything over to that. I'll probably end up doing it. I'll mention it probably on the next addition to this base. But, hey, I always think of something, and then like 10 minutes later, I come up with a better idea afterwards. So pretty much it's just going to cut down on a little bit of the parts. That's mostly what a lot of my additions, or kind of like certain things I do, that I decide to change. And then I think anyways, I'll probably end up like sending these completely full next time, because I ended up emptying them out on the assumption that we would be able to create fuel on the surface. But hey, it turns out that that's not the actual truth. So we will be redesigning it slightly. And plus, there's also just a few different things I would like to change anyways, just because I think it will make things just a little bit better. So overall, right now, we are looking at roughly 6,000 RCS, monopropellant storage. The fuel storage we will leave for the next edition. And yeah, you guys will like that. And with the Xenon, we're looking at 42,000 storage on the surface, which, yeah, that's good enough. I mean, I don't really think we're gonna end up really needing as much, but hey, you never know. So, anyways, guys, if you like what you see here, subscribe. You can support me on my Patreon, and I will see you next time.